Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today is March something. What is today, you guys? This is the question I have. What is today? Today is okay, I can't even start. March 12th. All right. This is made by Pam Cook and it is this sketch right here. And obviously she loves butterflies because there are butterflies in her sketch. Pam, I'm not doing butterflies. I'm also not putting 4 photos on the sketch. I am only putting 2. I'm using 2 4x6 photos. This says Northern Pacific for the Northern Pacific Railway. So let's see what I can do. Alrighty guys, so I have this wood veneer pattern paper. It is one from Hobby Lobby, so it is a thinner paper. And then I had this torn paper from another layout that was still in my Snoqualmie kit. And I really like the look of these 2 pattern papers together, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. Now in Pam's sketch, she does have a lot of things going on in the center. She's got some floral, some tags, and I am just going to use that strip of paper as my center element. I am going to trim down my photos just ever so slightly. Not a whole lot, just a tiny little bit. I am going to mat them on some cream cardstock, and then I am going to distress those edges because you guys know I'm on this whole torn edge and distressed edge kick right now. I'm just using an edge distresser. I'm not really roughing them up to my usual roughness. Usually I rough them up enough I get some really good tears in there, but this is just a slight little one. It's just going to give a tiny little bit of color around the photos so that there will just be a slight differentiation between the photo and what is going on the layout. So I am going to leave this paper as horizontal, and then I'm going to go ahead and place this vertical element down. I think I move it and then put it back in the same exact place. I don't think I shifted it at all, but it's fine. I'm not really concerned about it. So this is the Northern Pacific Railroad, and look at me, I am bringing butterflies into this layout. Since Pam put them on the sketch, I figured I had to make it happen. So there's my butterfly. It is going to be so hidden, you're not even going to know it's there. So I go ahead and I get those photos down of the Northern Pacific Railway. One is of part of a train car, and one is one of the emblems on another train car. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out how I'm going to embellish this. And I grab this text paper and distress the edges a little bit there. I'm going to pop those down onto the layout so that there's a little bit of excitement going on, so it's not just a couple of photos slapped down on the page and voila, we're done. I want to do a little bit more in that. Don't want to really, go away from what I have going on already for these layouts during this section of the album, or it might even be its own album. Haven't figured that out quite yet. Don't know how many layouts there actually will be. Right now it's looking like part of an album, so that can just go in the normal chronological album for 2023 instead of giving its own album because I had so many layouts. Anyway, I'm going to bring in a circle kind of journaling block down here, and it does have some writing on it, so I'm going to tuck that underneath of the photo, and it's also going to be hidden by this train wood veneer. The train wood veneer is from NK's shop, which is called Some Assemblage Required, and I really like the fact that I am overlapping the steam locomotive with the kind of newer locomotive. I think that looks really cool, and I just like it. So it's one of those little moments where you just like something, right? I have the Scenic route right here. It had another word on it, but I chopped that word off because I don't think I needed it. I think it said take the scenic route, but we didn't need that in our lives, you guys. I am going to pull off the word discover. So the title is, I guess, technically discover, take the scenic route. Fun fact, I have already been able to consolidate this foam thicker sticker onto one side instead of two sides. So I'm using up the stuff, guys. Using up the stuff, which is really awesome because when you use up the stuff, you have room to buy more stuff. So it's all a great circle. I was going to say a vicious cycle, but it's not vicious. It's fantastic. So I'm going to bring in these little arrows right here. They also are photo corners, right? Like they are photo corners, but they're also arrows. So I'm going to go ahead and place those down here as well. And then now it's just a matter of decorating and seeing what I want to do with this layout exactly. So I'm going to get some tags because there are tags in the sketch. But first I'm going to decorate a little bit more, I guess. I thought we were moving on to tags, but apparently not, people. All right, so I'm going to cut down this sticker and then I will place that up at the top because I'm going to build some embellishment up there. Now in the sketch, there's only like a file tab up there, but I'm going to make mine have a little bit more embellishment there than what is called for because, you know, sometimes more is more. So I figure that that train can go up at the top here. Both of the trains are facing towards the left, so it didn't matter which train I used where. It's just I put the larger train on the bottom because I felt it looked better over top of the other train that I layered it over. So I've got that arrow there underneath of the word discover, and I'm going to go find some things, and I'm going to find this tag paper that I have. I'm just checking the back because I couldn't remember exactly what was on it. So I'm going to cut off a couple of these tags and go ahead and use them on the layout. So these tags have pre-built in tag holes. Even though there are no actual holes, it's still a tag hole, so there will be some stuff going in that tag hole, so it is not naked. I'm just trimming these down by hand. The only thing I'm doing is making sure that the color on the edges of the tags are not going to be showing through. So I figure I was going to put 2 tags here, but ultimately only one makes it on there because the tags are a little bit wider than I expected. Now, I could have trimmed them down if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. So I'm going to just have 1 tag on the bottom photo, and I will have 1 tag on the top photo. And what I'm going to do is use a little bit of fun foam to pop the edge of the tag up so there is a little bit of lift on there. It's going to just give it a little bit of an extra oomph without a whole lot of bulk, right? Like one little piece of fun foam is not giving your layout a ton of extra bulk. I'm going to use this natural colored twine that I have. I'm just going to tie it into a cute little bow first, and then going to dollop some of my Nouveau Deluxe right down on that tag hole, and then I will glue that bad boy down. So I'm going to go ahead and squirt the glue out, get that going. Guys, I just love a bow on a tag. It's one of those things that you just like, right? Like you have things in scrapbooking that you just like. Airplanes, one of them. Disney trash cans, one of them. Bows and tags, one of them too. I just really like it, right? Like I don't know what it is. When I used to do tags back in the day, if I dared to put anything in the tag hole, it was usually a ribbon that was stapled or some twine that was like looped through the tag hole. And these days I just like the bow the best, right? It's what I like. So I go ahead and I have this little guy right here, this little tab, and I'm going to overlap that up here at the top of the layout. Now I'm pretty sure that this gets changed. Nope, maybe I thought I changed this around. Maybe I was thinking of something else. But anyway, that gets placed up there, and I go back over to the sticker sheet and I decide that I can bring in another label and cover up the text on it yet again by strategically placing it underneath of the other items. So the train moves over, and I think this guy leaves the page completely. Yeah, I don't know. I've scrapbooked about 5 layouts today, so and I used one side of this tab on another layout, and I can't remember exactly if I took this tab completely out or what. I am watching YouTube while I'm scrapbooking, so, you know, gotta pause and find another video to watch, because for some reason I didn't have this on autoplay today. So gonna go ahead and get that little wooden train down there. So now I've got the pictures pretty much done, right? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there's probably not a lot more that I'm going to add, but I do find some things, so go figure. I decide that I need some more words on this layout because decorating with words is super fun, and I'm going to add a couple little hearts from the sticker sheet as well. Now these hearts are going to move around a couple times before they get into their final place, and that's okay, right? Like, stickers can move around, and you know, you can figure out where you need them to be. I remember when it was cool to de-stick your stickers and treat them like die cuts, and then add adhesive when you were ready to stick them down so you could move them all around your page. I never did that, like never went in and unstuck my stickers from the get-go. Like, I knew people that were doing that, but I have unstuck my stickers before, but not just like a full sticker sheet from the get-go to treat them like die cuts. So anyway, I went ahead and cut this sticker frame so that it could be down here on the left-hand side. And then I'm like, how in the world do I get the sticker frame going on the right-hand side of this photo? Because, you know, I've only got one, and I cut that one in such a way that I'm not going to be able to have it exactly tucked under. So I figure I'm going to camouflage it, right? Like, that's the way to do it. We're going to camouflage it. Going to get rid of that airmail stripe. And then I'm going to tuck this up under here so it looks like there is a little place to write some journaling, but really I'm going to cover up a lot of that, you guys, and there is no journaling going on this layout. Let's be straight out honest about that. I am looking for just a couple little stickers and things to figure out where I want to add in the little bits and bobs that really just finish off the layout. So you could have your background paper and your photos, and you could be completely finished with your layout, or you could just keep going and adding the little bits and nestling them into places. That's where I get a lot of the joy of scrapbooking, is figuring out the little bits. So that just gives me a lot of, you know, it's a fun process for me. So now I've got to figure out what else I'm going to do. And apparently I am responding to a text from Christopher, because that's what I do too. So now, now that I've finished texting, I can actually get back to my layout. So I've got a little plastic bin of tickets, and I'm going to cut apart those tickets and use them. Now, I am cutting apart the tickets for one reason, and that's just because I want continuity on this layout. So normally I would just tuck a ticket right underneath and be fine with it. However, I want to make sure I have the exact same color ticket because I think that I'm going to like that look the most. So that is what I go ahead and do. the other halves are on each photo cluster. So now I'm looking at that and I'm like, wow, this photo up here is a little bit crooked. And then I was like, nope, I'm not even going to mess with that because that is a whole lot of shifting I was going to have to do. So the final thing I'm going to do is add my Brutus Monroe Chroma Mist in copper and go ahead and get those splatters down all around the layout. I absolutely love this Chroma Mist, you guys. It's so good. It's really easy to wipe off your photos too, so no need to even cover them up. So that is going to do it for this layout, you guys. Here's a couple of close-up photos so you can see all of the bits and bobs, and that is all I got to say about that. So check out the playlist down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.